What's up, Zookeepers? Welcome back. And today, me and 1/3 of the Gorilla Squad is going to bring y'all this G-Story Xbox S and Xbox X screen review. Now, before we get started, I'm going to say that whichever console you got, the screen is a great addition. We didn't have time to use these screens, get our opinion about these screens, because most people only got one or the other. This is our opinion to just try to help y'all out on which one to get. Without further ado, let me introduce y'all to my nephew, Cam.
What's up, Zookeepers? How y'all doing today?
He's the chief editor, producer, and everything. He's what y'all get behind the scenes, and now he's coming up into the forefront. So let's get to the review, Cam. So on the S, what do you like about the S?
Well, before I get into that, I want to say I appreciate everyone who be complimenting me on my editing. I try to do it for y'all. I try my best to do it for y'all, to entertain y'all. Show something in a different way, in a unique way. So thank you.
Facts.
So in terms of the Series S, it's a smooth design. Smooth. The model blends in perfectly. It complements the console. The screen has FreeSync. It also supports HDR. Also, it has a 12.5-inch display. And I'm in college, so I carry around a laptop, which is a 14-inch. I'm very familiar with this layout. So, like I said, I love the design. It has wonderful specs. It complements the console well. I love how the speakers is in front instead of the back. So that's a huge plus, because it really makes a difference. So yeah, simple back.
Yeah,
it's just beautiful.
So I agree. I agree with everything you said. Both screens is a 12.5. The Series S is, to me, the more portable system. It's smaller, of course, and the screen actually has a bracket, Zookeepers, that you can tighten your console to it, to where you will be reassured that your screen won't fall off in transporting it. Cam, tell us about what you like about the X.
Okay, so the Series X. So smooth design, very similar. I also love that the color is black. It gives it a good contrast, so when you're gaming for a long time, it won't be hurting your eyes too much. The installation is quite different as well. So yeah, you have better precision with the S, because you can tighten it up and adjust it to your liking. But the Series X, it just snaps in place. So in that sense, it's kind of more accessible. It's easier to install, so the assembly is greater. But if you want precision and how tight it is, want to get the best angle, then Series S. I also like that it goes on the X, so you can insert discs, so you have access to more games. Versus the Series S, you can only play the games that you bought from the store or that's on Game Pass, not the game that you bought for an awesome deal at your local store.
That's a great point, and again, I agree with everything you said. As we didn't have time with it, Zookeepers, I wasn't impressed. If y'all see the installation video, I wasn't impressed with the bracket on the back part of the X, the Series X screen. But as time went on, it is fitting the mold, but I still think the S is a more secured monitor versus the X. Of course, we are talking about the X, which is a way more powerful machine. Actually, the X monitor has 4K 60 and 4K 30 inputs on the back. Um, Other than what my nephew said, like he said that he hit on the great part with physical disc. When you are actually taking it somewhere over a friend's house, he may have a game that you don't have, and you can y'all can play it with the disc, or um, both of them still would allow you to download Game Pass, and you could just don't have a disc at all and just play it off of Game Pass or any digital games that you had. Great for, I think, like a in a motel setting, or somewhere like if y'all out on the patio of a restaurant, and you got like a little outdoor party going on. You can
Yeah.
have this on the table.
Yeah.
It's best suited for that. But as far as portability, I wouldn't recommend the X because it's bulky, and like I said, the actual screen slips in some holes in the back and hooks in. It is not fastened down like the S.
Right.
So now let's bring us to the con. What don't you like about S, Cam?
So what I don't like about it is it's the color. It's white. Even though it's beautiful and it goes with the theme, I'll strain, baby. I'll strain. So yeah, so if you're gaming for a long time, the color is gonna wear on your eyes, so that can affect your experience. So that is a con for me. For the assembly, it's a little bit more complex due to you have to screw, so that can be a downside depending upon how you look at it. So yeah, Silverback, I think that's about it. Just the color, it can strain your eyes. It's bright, it's white, and also the assembly, it's a little bit more complex.
And again, I agree with both of those things. The white, as we are bringing this review now, keep in mind these make these consoles portable. So when it's white, if you was to take it like poolside, you got to worry about grass or dirt getting on your console and staining your console. So the white color, as far as it taking it somewhere, if you put it in a book bag, you run the risk of marking it up and your console, have stains on it. But other than, like he said, the installation is a little bit more complex. But I tend to lean more towards the S way of securing it on the monitor to the actual system. Yeah. Another downside is we are talking about an S. A S can't run all the games that a X can run. So y'all got to keep that in mind. Even though both of them has Game Pass, some games is not optimized for the S. Again, if you got it on a table or something, it sits a little lower than the X, like the height, because the S is a smaller machine. So when you got to do placement or have something up under it to prop it up if you entertaining a bunch of people and they want to see what you and your partner is actually playing.
Right. Yeah, so like Silverback mentioned, the Xbox Series S is a weaker machine, and you're also playing on a smaller screen. So the quality isn't going to be on the same level as the Series X due to the limitations of the hardware. So that can be a disadvantage. If you're looking for the best quality out of these two, the Series X is the way to go.
And that's correct, because visually, yeah, you're not gonna get the best version out of any game on the S that you would get on the X. Now that brings us to the X. What don't you like about the X?
Okay, so like I mentioned, beautiful. I love that it's black, good contrast. But there was some decisions on making a model that is very questionable, like putting the speakers on the back of the model. Yeah, that ruins the immersion. You can barely even hear sound effects and the stuff that you need to hear to be inside the immersion, to feel the game, to be in the game. It's just lacking in that sense. I don't know why they designed it like that. I don't know why they didn't put it like the Series S. Cause it's essentially the same thing. So why would you make a big decision like that?
Facts.
I don't understand that.
And he's correct. The actual speaker is in the back, and from what I can tell, it only has one speaker versus the S monitor has actually two speakers on the front. So the sound is coming directly at you while you actually watching, playing the game, versus the sound from the X is bouncing off the back and you getting like a mono tone from it. Again, like I told you, how you attach the monitor to the Series X is a big disappointment to me. It's not secured as I wouldn't want to take this out. I would be real delicate and finicky with it, trying to transporting it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm scared that it'll fall away. It'll fall off.
Okay, I understand that, and I do get it. I understand, but to me, I think that's a plus because the system is already big, and I'm just trying to make. I just hope for the easiest installation possible. I already did it with a big system, carrying this thing around. If you trying to take it traveling with you, taking it with you on the go, like traveling. So accessibility, I get a plus because it's a huge system, as y'all know. So I'm trying to make it easy as possible to put that thing together.
And that's a good side to look at it. If you like going to a hotel and you already got this big weighted system, it's quick and easily to put on. But other than that, on the X, it plays the digital and physical, which is always a plus. All my zookeepers know that we are physical people. I raised my nephew into physical, but he's younger than me, so he's got a bit of both, a bit of physical, a bit of digital. He don't really mind either way. Me personally, I'm a physical guy, so my very first, I bought both of them at the same time, but the very first one I used was actually the X. Not more so because it was powerful, but because of the physical aspect to it. So which one do you recommend and why? Talk to me, nephew.
Well, hold on, because I really got to think about this one because they both are good in their own way. They both have different pros. They both have different cons. So, trying to find the overall is kind of difficult because it depends upon what type of person you are. Mm-hmm. It depends upon what type of gamer you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer accessibility?
Mm-hmm.
Small, can fit anywhere.
Compact.
Easy to store. Or do you prefer quality? The highest quality. More access to games. Physical. So it's like
you gotta give them one, don't you?
I gotta give them one. Okay. If I had to choose one, I would say choose the X. This product is designed for accessibility. I'm not at home, quick session, here I am. So since you can just snap it in place and you have access to not only Game Pass, but actual physical games, that's a bigger library, easier installation, even though it do take up more space. It do take up more space, so you might have to bring some extra luggage, but it's worth it. And I believe so.
And I agree on the sense of especially being young, college kid, dormitory, it saves room, and it sits up high enough to where you ain't crouched over playing it like you're playing it on a laptop. Great points, great highlights. For me, Zookeepers, I'm gonna say the S. And the reason why I say get the S screen, for one, the sound is vastly better. Two, it's thinner, more portable. You can stuff it in a laptop bag. It's got a own Xbox carrying case. If y'all seen the unboxing video of it, everybody know I love the color white on consoles, so the white does it for me. But you really can't go wrong because they both are 12.5 inch screens. Like I said, on the S is a little bit better sound, and like my nephew said, on the X it's easier install. So that's it, Zookeepers. We had a lot of fun. He was playing the S, I was playing the X. We enjoyed ourselves. And we're gonna keep bringing y'all these videos that a lot of other channels ain't got. We love oddities. Microsoft has done a bang up job with Game Pass. If y'all don't get Game Pass, I don't know what type of gamer you will, because that's the best deal.
We don't know.
That's the best deal for the books. So anything you got to add, nephew?
It's a win-win. But if I had to choose, I would choose the X. But depending upon who you are, it's perfect for you. If you love the truffle, both of them is perfect. Both of them is perfect.
I agree.
I agree. Depends on your purposes.
We gave y'all the rundown of the pros and cons. We gave y'all our in-depth look at both of these. It's up to y'all to make the decision which person you want. Quick installation, you want easy install with the best visual and the physical, then you go with the X. If you want portability, if you want sleek, slim design and a great overall look of a monitor and a console, then I would say go with the S. But you are taking a hit on your game's visual, and got to remember certain games don't run on the S. You have to remember that.
Right.
So we love y'all. We love interacting with y'all. Me and Cam, we read all the comments and we respond to the comments. Please keep telling a friend and tell a friend. Y'all growing this channel. We appreciate everything. We love every single one of our souls. Yes.
We love y'all and we appreciate y'all for real.
Yeah.
Y'all keep us going.
Yes.
Y'all keep us going.
Facts. So we trying hard for y'all. We're gonna keep bringing y'all these exclusives. So with that being said, me and my nephew beat on our chest.
We been. And we out.
Yeah. Nice.
Dang, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I like